So it is almost Christmas and I thought let's do a Christmas themed makeup tutorial, and I decided on a snow Christmas elf, which is this one of course. So if you want to know how to create a makeup just like this one, please keep watching because I will show you step by step in the coming video. To start out our snow Christmas elf, I want to create a new nose for myself. So I'm gonna do this with Sculpt gel, which I mixed on my brand new mixing palette. This one has our company name engraved on it. I'm very proud that we have these lovely little mixing palettes. So this is the Sculpt gel. I won't really explain a lot of the Sculpt gel in this video, but if you want more information I will link to a different video in the description box down below. For now I'm just gonna apply it to my nose to create a elf-like nose. So I'm gonna apply it in batches to my nose until I have the desired shape for my elf. And basically I want a pointy nose, a cute pointy nose that is, not a witch's nose or anything. So I'll just apply it in little layers and smooth out the edges immediately. And I mixed quite a big batch of Sculpt gel. Don't do that if you are making this for yourself, because the Sculpt gel sets in a few minutes. And anything that is still on the mixing palette you can throw away, and that is a waste of lovely product. To smooth out the Sculpt gel I have some alcohol on my spatula, and the Sculpt gel doesn't stick to the alcohol, so that helps me to create a nice clean surface on the Sculpt gel. So as I think this is a pretty cute nose, I have my stipple sponge drenched in alcohol to give kind of a skin texture to the Sculpt gel. So just gently dab it on there and you will get a very nice texture on the Sculpt gel that mimics a skin texture. And I'm closing my eyes because of the fumes of the alcohol. Just keep dabbing it until you can see that the texture stays on the Sculpt gel. If it is too soft, the texture will disappear again. And once it stays there, you have to wait a few minutes for the Sculpt gel to really dry. And then you can continue your makeup. I think that is a pretty cute elf nose. So if you work with Sculpt gel, you need to give it a few minutes to set. And then you can just powder it and continue your makeup. While the Sculpt gel is drying, we can continue to the ear. So last elf I made was a few years back. I made some ears myself. This time I'm going to use the pre-made ears by Woochie. So this is one of them, and they have changed color a bit with the sunlight, but that's okay. I'm going to color them anyway, and I don't think you will see the difference in the end. These are foam latex ears, and I'm going to glue them to my ears using Prosade. So I don't want to get any Prosade on my hair. That is kind of difficult if you've got hair like I do. But I'm gonna try. I will just put a bit of glue on my ears, because I know from previous experience that if I would glue the ear, it is very difficult to really get them where I want them to be. So I'm gonna glue them in little bits. The top part first. So with ears you kind of have one go to get it right, and if you fail, well, you're stuck with something you don't really want. There it is. A nice, very large elf ear. This should be a bit further down. Well, that's too bad. Okay, I need to cover the edges a bit, but let me first get that other ear on this one. So the same process with my other ear. A bit of Prosade. So I have my Pros-Aid paste and I'm going to use this to cover the edges between the foam latex and my skin a bit better. But before I will do this, I will first get a wig cap on to get rid of all the hairs that are, well, everywhere. So I did put some Pros-Aid paste in my hair over here. That's okay. I have the Life wipes and with that I can easily remove that again. So what is left is this side. I don't think I really glued it down that well to begin with. So I will first get a bit of regular Pros-Aid to get that down and then cover the edge with the Pros-Aid paste. Loads of hair, loads of hair. So there are my elf ears. They are kind of asymmetrical. Maybe I am just that asymmetrical. See, one is standing out a lot more than the other one. On to powdering the Sculpt gel and the Pros-Aid paste as well. So I know that that hasn't dried completely yet, but I'm going to set it anyway. And I'm going to do this with the Natural Set Powder by Ben Nye. So I have the beauty brushes by Titanic FX. They have these wonderful new beauty brushes and I love using them for powdering and stuff like that. Eyeshadow is done very well with those brushes as well. So loads of powder on the ear because I don't want to stick my new brush to the powder, to the Pros-Aid paste that is, and I did anyway. Well, I need to clean that in a bit. So there is some lovely white powder everywhere now. It's a good thing that this is just a makeup tutorial. For the coloring, I'm going to use my alcohol activated makeup. I do just want my elf to have a skin tone, but I do want it to be a bit lighter than my own skin tone. And I obviously need to color those ears in the same skin tone as well. So for the base, I'm going to use my Skin Cover Up palette by Encore. This has lovely skin tones and the much needed pinkish color and olive color in there, and I'm just going to use the light colors, which as you can see I use very often in my makeups. So as the Pros-Aid paste hasn't dried yet completely, I am smearing it out over the ears. And I don't really want to wait any longer to color it, so I'm going to change my tactic a bit. I'm going to use a splatter brush to get the color on the skin, and by splattering it, it should just lay on that Pros-Aid paste until it has dried and stay there. So I have the Ben Nye splatter brush and I'm just going to continue with the same skin tone. I have this lovely new rainbow palette by Ben Nye and I'm gonna use a few of the powders in there. The first one I'm using is white, just to put a few highlights in this makeup. And as I want to be a snowy elf, I'm gonna use some blues as well. There are some lovely blue colors in this palette. I'm gonna gently apply a bit of blue to my eyelid. Yes, I'm still using the big brush. Maybe I should change it to a smaller one. So a smaller one, because I think a snowy elf would have blue eye makeup if she would wear any. So I have told you this before, anytime I don't really know how to proceed with a makeup, I will just get the accessories I have planned on and see what I can do to save a makeup. So that is exactly what I'm doing today. I have these lovely light blue contact lenses as well. So I'm quickly going to get them on my eye and then we will see how to turn this into a snowy Christmas elf. So here is one of the lenses. And here is the other one. There is a helicopter circling my building. Don't know why. I really need to get rid of that pink. So there it is gone. And then we need to get it back in color, which it should be. So let me try to fix that. So I want to be a snow Christmas elf, and that means I do need snow in my makeup. So I'm gonna start out with the snow powder by Makeup for Film and Television. This is a powdered snow you can just apply to your skin. I'm gonna glue it on using Prosade, but you could also use a product like ice gel or spirit gum to apply the snow. But as I have my Prosade right here, that is the product I'm gonna use today. Be careful not to get any of the snow in your eyes. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere I go. Now this product is called Snow Paste, and it is still snow, but it is already in a paste, and you can apply it to your skin to create ice effects. So I'm just gonna get a bit of that on my eyebrows. It does have a will of its own, so if you're gonna use this, you have to have a bit of patience before you have it on the skin the way you wanted it to. But once it's there, it looks absolutely wonderful. So I'm very careful not to touch the snow paste. Now I have that paste on my eyebrow. I do want a bit more blue on those eyelids. So I started this video by saying that I didn't really want it to be a scary elf for today's makeup. And to be honest, I don't really think I am succeeding in that mission. But I have fun creating this anyway. So the ears are pretty different of color still. I just didn't take enough time to color them, and I took loads of white to my face after I had this base color on there. So trying to get a bit of white on those ears as well. But as the hair is between the skin and the ears, I think I could get away with it. So yes, a bit of snow on the ears. Let's get all of that on there. Stay, 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 stay. And with the snow on the ears, my snowy Christmas elf makeup for today is done. So it didn't all go as planned today, or maybe I didn't really have a plan and that was the problem today. But well, nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel in the link below to stay tuned on all our videos. For now, I wish you a wonderful day and I hope to see you back again tomorrow when we have a new Christmas themed video with Debbie.